You know, about an hour and 45 minutes away from the Gulf Coast is this wonderful little hidden gem in Laurel. It's called Landrum's Homestead and Village. We've been here before. It's been several years, but we had to come back again and see my dear friend Susan Landrum. How are you?
Hi,
it's so
wonderful.
good to see you.
It's glad to have you back at Landrum.
Well,
So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Give us a little background. It's been here since 1984. How did it get started?
Well, my parents started this after they retired. They retired early, and they have always been into history and realized, you know, children have no idea what it was like when families were dependent on each other. Mm-hmm. And so my father took the oldest grandsons and he cut the trees, logged them, had a portable sawmill, and built the first cabin. And his plan was to have a little camp in the summer for the grandchildren because our family is so large. Mm-hmm. People saw what my father was doing and they said, "What are you doing?" He would explain. They said, "I want my children, I want my grandchildren to see this." So that's how it started, from the first cabin. Then he built a barn, he built the wash pot, the blacksmith, built a water wheel. We have a classic barn full of animals. We have a general store, and then he eventually built a chapel.
Wow. It's amazing.
So as soon as the steeple went on the chapel, women were stopping, asking, "Can we please get married there?" So one thing led to another.
And matter of fact, you talk about the little store that you have here, the general store, which is where we're kind of starting out at today. We're going to show you a few things in it briefly before we actually go out and take a tour of Landrum's Homestead Village here in Laurel. So if you would, I mean, starting off with some of this, y'all do some of your homemade canned goods.
We absolutely do. We carry our own line of pepper jellies and sauces and hot sauces and dill pickle sauce. It's really a combination. We've specialized for years. People love it. Mm-hmm. We also specialize in jewelry. Mm-hmm. The jewelry, it's hand-picked, so it's never the same. It's from one extreme to the other. So we go through a lot of jewelry. You can only imagine.
I know how women are, how they like their jewelry, and they like different things.
Very different. We also have a boutique area. We carry capes and scarves and hats, and of course we cater to the children as well. Mm-hmm. Children love, you know, the hats and the toys and the souvenirs. But as you can see, it's a very eclectic showroom. We have a large array of dry goods, unique gifts, accessories. Now we also custom tables, and people don't realize we still custom build tables since 1984 as well.
You got a great little souvenir shop here too.
We do. We carry hundreds of souvenirs. We have coonskin hats, gem mines, marbles, necklaces. It's endless. The children love it. It just simple little souvenirs. Of course, we carry slime, and it's endless. It's endless. The souvenirs and gift selection we have here at Landrum.
Well, what else is seemingly endless, because it's 30 acres, is the village. Let's go take a look at that now here at Landrum's. Here we are on Main Street.
Here we are on Main Street, and this is our general store. This is where people love to sit and fellowship and people watch, and it's a very special store full of history. Mm-hmm.
So it's not just a front, it's an actual store you can go into.
Well, actually we changed that. You can't go into it. We have so much to display.
Oh, true. But they can look at it.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. This is amazing looking through here. It's been a while. Like I said, Susan, it's been 14 years since I've been up here. And just, it's quite, and there's the chapel that we talked about.
Our chapel, we have so many weddings and events, and it's dreamy. It's just very magical and dreamy.
And you actually have a place inside too, not the chapel, but back inside the store, that people can come have receptions and parties or things.
Yes, we have receptions, events. Someone can rent the entire venue.
Wow. And
they love it because it's a controlled environment. It's beautifully decorated. They bring in their caterers, mm-hmm. and it's just very magical here.
Now you're open 7 days a week, and you have some special times for special visitors.
Yes, we're open 7 days a week for scheduled groups and events. Mm-hmm. For the general public, just to come to Landrum's, we're open Thursday through Saturday 9 to 4.
Okay.
But for larger groups, events, corporate, field trips, 7 days a week, year-round.
And this is so educational, Susan, everything that you have in here. I mean, you've got this one cabin that has all this display stuff from CCC that is just amazing.
And that's what people love about it. It is educational but fun. It goes back to where and why my parents started the village. Because kids had no idea.
No.
When families were dependent, the history. This is a working homestead. We have a grist mill, the water wheel, the windmill, it's working.
Yeah.
And we do have 30 acres. And the buildings we have, I think, 87 buildings now.
Wow. Yeah, get those kids off of those video machines and bring them up here. Let them learn something about their family and your family's history.
Absolutely.
What a beautiful view, Susan. This is so nice.
It's so beautiful with the cypress, and especially this time of the year. We have the pond and then it's out. We have our nature trails. And people love to just come out and enjoy the nature trails. Growing up, we stopped at every nature trail.
Well, you know, as
inside.
a kid, you know, too, you'd love to get out and walk in the woods. And kids nowadays, they don't do that.
No, and we're picnic. We're big picnic people. So we tell people, picnic baskets welcome. And families actually do that. They'll come out and spend the day.
Well, I mean, you can definitely spend a whole day here and have a wonderful time and very educational for the entire family.
Very educational, and that's what we love. It's a place you can get away. It's fresh air. It's 30 acres. It's beautiful. Fantastic picture spots. People can come and enjoy the 30 acres and enjoy a walking tour of the past.
You know, Susan, we didn't even scratch the surface on all the buildings that you have here. There's so many.
There's so many. We have 30 acres. We have approximately 87 buildings. It's endless. It's just a wonderful place to get away and explore, escape, fresh air. It's wonderful.
And each building replicates a building from back in the pioneer days, the country days, so to speak.
It does, and our buildings are full of history. They're wonderful.
Well, we saw the one peeked in the one that had all the beautiful gemstones in it.
We have our Indian village. We have beautiful gem mine as well. You can gem mine for gems.
Okay, all right. And then they even have a working blacksmith shop. Tell us the hours that you're open. Y'all got some special times here.
We're open 7 days a week for scheduled and group events, weddings, reunions. But for the general public, we're open Thursday through Saturday, 9 to 4.
Okay.
And you can find us at landrums.com, also on social media with Instagram and Facebook.
All right. And if you want to come on out here, take Highway 59 from Hattiesburg and go to exit 96B. Get off the exit, you go 4.5 miles, and it's right on the left-hand side. Landrum's Homestead and Village.